The clock is ticking. Stop repeating your story, start creating your future. Greetings, fellow navigators of life's vast ocean. I am Job Baltes, your companion on this expedition. From the shadows of our past to the sunrise of our future. Today we will take a deep dive into the article Stop Looking Back, Start Looking Forward. Reflect, reframe, refocus. We're turning the tides from looking back to steadfastly gazing forward. Where are you now? And how did you get there? How do you currently spend your time? And how to look at your time? Those are all questions that are going to be answered at the end of this video. In the end, we also take a look forward, and I will explain to you why that is important. For now, it's good to know I am on a mission to help as many people as possible to express themselves. That is why I make all my videos, write my articles, and why I am engaged in social media in the first place. To capture my journey and provide as much value as possible. Imagine this, not having enough money to go to the hair cutter, mostly eating dry crackers because there was not enough money for food. That was my reality not so long ago, partly in January and February. A stark reminder of life's unpredictability. At some point, my girlfriend came to my home and brought me 2 liters of soup just so I would get in my vegetables. That's not the nicest position to be in. Worrying and thinking if you will make it through the month with your rent, and questioning if you can keep on eating as well. It's not about enduring and surviving, but about thriving through the trials as well. After a rainy day, the sun always comes back up to shine. Where are you now? Where you are now is the effect of the choices you made and how you handled the situations. I recall the echo of empty pockets, the humility in accepting help, and the resolve to turn the tide. My days, a blend of relentless work and the pursuit of a glimmer of hope on the horizon. You are the outcome of your own results. For this step, it's important to honestly assess where you currently are. On this one sales shift, everyone was making sales except for me. Most people were at 7 or even 10 sales, and I was at 3. That happened 2 days in a row. The way I dealt with that was by looking at what they were doing that I was not, and asking myself the question on how I can improve. I performed much better the other day. You are the one who needs to be accountable for your own results, your own actions, and your own choices. Reflect on where you're standing, not to anchor in the past, but to chart a course forward. Recognize the power of your choices and the time you dedicate to shaping your future. Start doing. But start doing it differently this time. If you do the things you always did, you've got the things you've always got. In my darkest hours, I found clarity. The realization that each struggle was a stepping stone. Each setback was a lesson. It's crucial for forging a stronger, more resilient self for my future. 3 variations of spending your time. How you spend your time is a valuable thing to be conscious of. Why? It's really simple. Time is the only thing that is fair in this world. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, and how you use those 24 hours is what matters. In life, you always need to trade time for money and money for time. If you do a job, you trade your time for money. If someone does a job for you, you trade your money for somebody else their time. Work with what you have the most of to go forward. In my case, it's time. I created a way that helped me look at time to spend it better. If you want to create and grow yourself, this is a perfect way, a perfect method to consciously spend your time. Work time, me time, and wasted time. This works for me because I can categorize this time based on my values, principles, and priorities. Work time. This time is the time you use to create. For me, for example, writing my articles, editing or recording my videos, my teaching or sales job. This time is dedicated to build towards the future that I want. Me time. Time that contributes to my well-being. Like going to the gym, spending time with my girlfriend, spending time with friends and family. This time is dedicated to my health and relationships, and also to live towards the future that I want, but in a slightly different way. Wasted time. Time spent with people who bring me down or add no value to my life. Things that do not contribute to my values, goals, and the future I want to live and work towards. Time spent on TikTok, Instagram, or other platforms that fuel my brain with brainless content. Seeing my time in these three categories makes it easier to organize my thoughts and see how to spend my time well. If you don't have your values, principles, or priorities straight, maybe that could be a good first step. Why? Well, last time I did not have this straight. I put in too much me time and not enough time to work. That brought me in a position of not having enough money and created a position for myself that I do not want it to be in. Use time for the greater good. Use it efficiently. Take a look forward. Yes, it's good to take a look back sometimes and see what you've learned from it and what you will do differently the next time. But that is reflecting with a view of the past to go forward. But most people live in the past repeating stories they've already told, not creating new ones to tell. Do you live in the past or in the future? That is a question you should ask yourself. If you work in the present from your past, you will not go forward and stay where you are. If you work in the present towards the future, you will move forward and start creating something for the future. Personally, I believe the past is dead and I need to create my future. That's one of the thoughts that kept me going when everything went wrong. Like on that sales shift or the time I was broke. Do bad, learn, and do better. If you're too busy worrying about everything that's wrong in your current situation, you're not busy enough building towards your future. Whatever you give the most attention becomes more real. There will always be people who have it better and there will always be people who have it worse. Okay, but they're not you. What you make of your situation is what counts. Always push through to get the life you want. I was always busy making YouTube videos as a kid. What if I never stopped? Then I never had to start over again like I am doing now. Let the message be clear. Push through to create. Strive to move forward with your vision and expect no one to support or understand you. It's your vision. If others shared your vision, they would support you and think alongside in similar lines. But never expect them to push your vision through as their perspective, because it's your vision. No one will run harder for you than you. Nevertheless, always respect other points of views. They're not necessarily bad just because they want to go in different direction. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Together we can inspire a wave of forward thinkers, ready to embrace the challenges and the triumphs of the journey ahead. Remember, the past is a lesson and the future is yours to create. Choose to look forward, to be the master of your own destiny, and spend your time well, because the clock is always ticking. Until next time, reflect, reframe, refocus, go forward. Ciao.